All right, so we're doing great. We've done a lot of work so far, so we can safely say that we put together the first three screens that are solid. We understand that the users can actually go from the beginning where they can see a splash screen, and they're taken, of course, to the login screen where they can either log in or create an account. So we've done all of this gracefully, and we're so happy. So in this section, we were able to even go further by adding the Firebase auth to create authorization for users, so we can log in users, so we can create user accounts. And we're also able to bypass the login screen, because the idea is that when users come into our apps, if they already have an account, they have logged in before, it makes no sense to always ask them to log in again. That is not good user experience. So with Firebase, we can check to see if there is indeed a user already logged in or has already logged in into our app. And we can do that and check. If that's the case, then we can send those users to the correct screen. So we bypassed all of that. Okay. And of course, we were able to save an actual user into our Firestore database, which is a separate bucket, if you will, of data where we can actually create a database and add our users. And this will become more apparent later, because now this user can have other properties that we may want, such as the profession, last name, avatar, whatever else that we want. Okay, so this is real good. This is what we've been doing, and we finalize in this section. So what's next? Well, next we're going to tackle the home screen. Now, I like to look at the home screen as pieces of Composable. So at the top, you can see we should have that top bar there, which will contain, of course, different pieces of Composables. And then at the bottom, we have another layer, another Composable, which will contain a few Composables there, right? So we have a text to the left, and then we have some sort of an avatar, and then the name. And then here is going to be the section where we are going to show a card that contains some information about the book and so forth, right? This is where all the books that we are reading are going to show. Okay, and then of course inside, that's what I'm saying, we have that card there. Okay, in this section at the bottom here, we have a few other things, mostly repetition in terms of the user interface. So we still have that card, but now there are some differences, because here is where we're going to add all the books that haven't been read. So we just have on our list of to do, or rather books that we will be reading, right? Reading lists. And right to the bottom right, you can see we have that plus sign or plus icon inside of a circle. That's a floating action button. That is what we're going to be able to click and take them to a screen where they can search for a book and add a book and so forth. So the main screen, the home screen here, there is a lot of moving parts, and we're going to tackle each piece one by one and put this whole thing together. So this is how you should think about an application. Whatever you're building, don't think as a whole first. Obviously think as a whole first, and then start breaking things down so you have manageable pieces. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next. We're going to tackle the home screen.